Well, hello, Pisces. I hope you guys are doing amazing. I know it's been so long since I've done a reading for you guys. I've been so MIA. There's been so many things going on in my life, and I finally have found some time to do some reading. So I'm excited and stoked for that. I hope you guys are too. Either way, let's see what the energy is bringing about here. Thank you, Spirits, Universe, ancestor, spirit team of the Pisces that show up today. We appreciate your presence for the messages you want to deliver to the beautiful Pisces today. I do have the Five of Coins coming out first, and that does say recession on it specifically. If anything, the Five of Coins is more, it's a Taurus energy. It's a Chinese your snake as well. Second house and Venus. But it goes to show you there's something about feeling either left out in the cold. There could also be a feeling of financial, like bankruptcy or financial issues, or something about materialism in itself. Whatever kind of negative changes that have happened in certain circumstances and temporary financial burdens and things that are really kind of just deteriorating in a way, right? There's certain things here with the Five of Coins that you guys could be feeling deprived of specific things right now because of this appearance. If not you, though, because I do see two different ways of this happening. If not you, you're noticing, and it's because Pisces are very susceptible to the energy and the sensitivity of the world. It's almost like what you're noticing, and that could also be affecting your mood for some of you, and others of you it's like what you're trying to do to see improvement, like you want this to change for the world because you care. You have a deep care and understanding of the world, and you really don't want to see it turn like this. You know that everything happens for a reason, but it's like you really just want to be praying for the world to change in a lot of ways. So I feel like, if there's not you going through it, some of you could be going through because it's a part of what's happening in the world in itself, but you're also noticing how it's affecting the world in general. With that, I'm getting like how you're maybe not able to see your family as much as you used to, or getting to spend as much quality time with the people you love because everybody's so stressed out, everybody's so disconnected, everybody's so feeling left out. Nobody's really connecting to the nature, the soul situation. Like everybody's kind of just walking around like zombies, not really paying attention to what really matters the most. Like that's what I'm getting out of this Five of Coins. And I do feel like no matter what, it does seem to be issuematic, in your life as well as others, because it is, I do know what you're talking about. I do know what you're showing me. As being a Pisces myself, it's something I've also been trying to pray for the world too, and hope for the better, put out the good positive energy towards it. Hope that a lot of the things that they're trying to make happen do not happen, in the bad ways, that are the negative ways, that are going to be very impactful toxically. Like it's not a good look for what they're trying to push, all this control and all these new laws and whatnot. I totally understand where you're coming from in that sense, and it is bugging you. So if you're feeling that, you know that. Yeah, the creative block, Ace of Wands, is even in the reversal on the bottom. It makes sense. It's blocking everybody from being creative, from being part of their own journey. The journey that they were meant to be on for their own soul, to be able to learn the lessons it needed to learn, for the ability for them to thrive, right? Instead, we're seeing people just out here trying to survive. So we're not really seeing people trying to thrive or thriving because of the way the world's been. You have the Page of Swords in the reversal. Yeah, and it kind of wanted to go up in the upright, but it's like your awareness of the negativity, the awareness of the soulless trying to take over, okay? The sinful, the gluttonous, greedy, bastards that are out there. Like the things that you're noticing are I definitely see it. You know, it's caused people to be in a scatterbrain. It's caused people to lack focus. It's caused people to, like, they're not focusing on what really matters. They're out here getting involved in arguments that shouldn't be even a thing, you know. A lot of you also have noticed the negative energy because of how much you're trying to put love, light, positivity out into the world. You've noticed the negative energies that it's attracting to you because those specific negative things don't want that positive light to be spread. Okay, so that's another thing you guys are noticing and feeling. The more you're trying, the more negative things trying to come through and trying to influence you in a different direction. I actually see, like, maybe you guys are also dealing with a situation like me, and you're encountering negative people in the world. People are angry, aggressive, more frequently. You know, maybe once upon a time in life you would notice that people had more, like, love in their heart and more kind, and they're always wanting to start up a conversation, and now you're not noticing that at all. You're noticing people be more rude, be more critical. Yeah, I feel that. It's crazy. Just noticing that within the recent months. That means how much pressure people are under. How much chaos there has been created by these negative, gluttonous, greedy, BASTARDS. Pretty much, you know, like, it goes to show you that you guys are really on the connected page. You see, because you're so aware because of how connected you truly are. And because you're so connected, there's negative things that don't want you to be that connected. Of course, they want you to fall trapped to the same thing everybody else is. Everybody's out here being paranoid, and there's mind games that they're all participating in because they're all getting mad. They're arguing over things that don't matter. They're doing this left and right crap that's so... It's really out of date at this point. There's no left or no right. There is people out here trying to keep people distracted in a very argumentative state because then nobody gets along. And when nobody gets along, the divided we fall, united we stand. So if nobody's standing together unitedly, we're never going to get anywhere. That's the point of what these mongrels out there above all these people that are greedy want. This is their, like, it's like everybody's giving into what these people... I didn't think this reading was going to be so in depth of this, but I guess I should have just known and been aware of that since I'm doing Pisces, and Pisces is so sensitive to what is happening in the world and with everything going on. Like, I see exactly why we're talking about this. You know, it actually makes me proud of you guys to know that you are actually out there being aware, sending the light that you are. And I know, thank God, that's God's way of showing you that he's proud of you too. You are doing what you're meant to be doing. Yes, this world is kind of falling apart right now. But the more love you know that you're giving and the more connected you stay, this is a part of your path. This was exactly the biggest reason why you were put here on this planet. Your soul chose that body. Your soul chose its birth chart specifically, so you all have that Pisces energy of being aware, being intuitive, being psychic, being part of a mediumship. You are very aware, you know. I mean, you could be out here telling people the truth and people think you're crazy, but you know what? That's okay. They can think you're crazy all you want. They want to. They're going to see that Pisces was right. They're going to see it. Eventually they will. I don't know how much longer it's going to take. I kind of feel like maybe within the next 6 months. I know that you think that things are just really deteriorating, and I know that it feels that way. And some of you may feel like, why even try? Why even bother? Like, I keep trying and nothing is working, and it sucks. It does when you see it like that, and you're like, I really don't want to give up, but I feel like I should. The reason why you don't want to give up is you may have children. You may want children. You may know that the future for the other children, because you care about kids, you care about children, you care about other people, you care about the future. Even if you're not a part of the future, even like if, you know, like 45, 60 years down the road, you may not even be here, but you still care about the Mother Earth, the earth that we live on, the people that are going to be here. You know, we want to see the difference. We want to see the change. We don't want it to keep deteriorating and going down the hill. You know, we want to be able to have people feel free, feel connected, feel what they're supposed to be feeling, what they're supposed to be living and thriving with. And instead they're feeling all these having to survive every day, put under the pressure, all the demands, all these laws, all these feelings of not having control of one's own life, because it feels like life is now under the control of other people, which is not how it's supposed to be in any way. So I definitely see where you guys are coming up with that. You got Gemini, Libra, Aquarius with the Page of Swords. Also Chinese years, horse, dog, and tiger. Now, we are in Gemini season. We are in Chinese year horse throughout the year. So that energy is pretty prominent, and probably why it's bringing out all of this right now. With the 3rd house, the 7th house, and the 11th house, also Uranus, Venus, and Mercury. Mercury retrograde is coming up too. So it is kind of like a reverse effect. We all kind of know about that. But the shadow phase is coming to be here. And we got what? The 9 of Wands here. Perseverance. That's the part that's really hard for you to keep trying to do. Is continue to keep trying to give a F-U-C-K. Trying to care. Trying to do what you need to do to participate in your journey. Being a light worker. Showing that there's a different way of spending your time, to spread love, to help other people connect, to keep doing what you're doing, you know, and not giving up. Sagittarius' energy, Chinese year rat as well, 9th house of Jupiter. Jupiter is really the way of expansion, the way of doing things differently, and hoping that the result of doing these things differently will turn out different in so many different ways. And that's the point. Sometimes it's hard to get to that point, but it's possible. That's what God's trying to tell you. It's a possibility. I do feel like it's more than possible. It's actually what's meant to happen. It's just like, don't give up, because these people need you. This world needs you. That's what the feeling is. This world needs you. As hard as it can be, you chose this hard. You chose, you would know that you would be out here being the one, as well as having other like-minded individuals that also are out here too. There's other chosen ones out here doing the same thing as you, you know, and you're a part of a team. You are a part of a team that is still pushing and trying to bring other people to the awareness, being truthful, showing other people what it's really like, that this is all crazy, this is not how it's supposed to be, this is the illusion, you are not really living in the true reality, you're all being controlled, okay? You guys need to break free. You need to help other people see that they can break free on their own, because we can't break people free on our own. We have to help other people break free on their own. We have to show them and be the leader that they didn't even know that they needed specifically. That's this feeling that I'm getting here. The Chariot. The Chariot is about overcoming obstacles, you know, riding to victory, helping others ride to victory too, showing them that the ability to be the leader that they didn't think that they needed, to help them also ride to victory, because you're not riding these people to victory for them, you're helping them do that for themselves. Yeah, and judgment over the 5 of coins. It goes to show you that everything that's happening, God is judging it. God knows what has to happen. There is a thing about people having to really get through this. This is one of the hardest situations, and I feel like because it's usually the hardest lesson that people finally have to get to before they really start to be aware, become awakened. This is that one. That's that point. This is that point. This is what God's saying. Like, this is exactly what everybody needs right now. And they'll be able to stop judging others and start to realize that the judgment that they've been placing on others has really been a reflection of how they've been needing to judge themselves. Why are you allowing people to tell you things? Why are you not allowing yourself to be your own guide? You know, why are you always looking for external validation? Why are you always trying to argue somebody's point? The one thing I keep seeing is like a fly and a bee. A bee doesn't argue with a fly because a fly thinks is better, okay? A bee knows that their honey will always be sweeter than the fly's, S-H-I-T. And there's no point in arguing with a fly when you're a beautiful bee. And that's the feeling. People need to stop worrying about what other people think. People are too insecure, so many things happening. I can't believe you'd say something like that. That's not true. No, I think it's this way. I think it's that way. I think it's this way. La, la, la. Everybody out here arguing. Everybody out here causing more negative. Like, I'm going to say it's like negative juice. They're producing negative juice through really bad fruit. Okay. But they have to learn through that. They have to awaken through that. They have to understand that their projections on other people and their arguing with other people is really an internal conflict that they need to deal with and turn to. And that's what that judgment is saying. Everybody thinking, oh my gosh, I'm not going to have enough money for this. Oh my gosh, I'm not. And that's kind of the thing. That's what the gruesome, greedy bastards want. Okay? But there's always a way to break free from that. And I love this song. It's one of the songs I listen to. It comes on the radio or whatever. But it's like, we didn't even know we had the key. Like, we were chained, but we didn't even know we had the key. Everybody has the key to unlock themselves. Everyone. Even if it seems like it's an invisible key, it's there. You have the ability to not be trapped. You have the ability to not be chained. You don't have to put yourself in a situation if you don't want to be there. Some of these people have to be there to learn something, though. Okay? And this is like a sense of reflection, and this is also a sense of awareness. Yeah, the awakening is happening through this recession, in a sense, with everything that's happening in the world. Maybe that's something you guys really needed to hear. Because there's a lot of injustice. Injustice here, injustice there. Lots of people are like, oh, not every justice is going to bring justice. But that's not true. That is such a physical illusion and not a reality. Divine reality goes to show you that justice will always be served, no matter. Okay? Also, Virgo's energy with the judgment, which is your opposite sign, but this is the challenge, and you know that if there's a challenge, what's that mean? It's meant to be overcome. Okay? I know, it's been a crazy world that we're living in. No kidding. 4 coins. Yeah, people are holding on tight. People are having a hard time because they're, trying to save their money now and not spend money, so they're not spending enough time with people because everything costs a lot. Going bowling, going to the movies, buying people presents, or going to birthday parties, or going and showing up specifically to any type of party. All right, people are not really doing as much as they used to be doing because they're all concerned, they're all worried. I have to penny pinch, I have to this, I have to be secure in my own way. And their security that they have made up, it's kind of a false sense of security, because if anything, they should be getting out and they should be letting the flow of money, of like what you're putting out, you're going to get back no matter what, times 10. That's what everybody's forgetting, and they're not connected, so they wouldn't remember that. They're falling to the trap of these illusions of thinking they have to never put out, never give out, never, be selfish, and that's crazy, but that's true. With the 4 coins, it's kind of the feeling here of what's happening, and this is a part of the awakening. This is a part of them having to notice what they were doing wrong, and it's almost because it's so crucial for their growth, for most people's growth here. Not everybody is going to learn every single lesson that they need with their soul, because their soul chose their body, and there's certain lessons that some people just really can't connect to because they're not connected to their journey of their true soul purpose. Okay? But there are a lot of people that will be saved. There are plenty of people that will be saved. Yes, a lot of them may have to face, some judgments and whatnot from God and the divine. That's okay, because that's still, like, they asked for that. They asked for that before they were even born, okay? And they've had to be reincarnated multiple times, sometimes, to be able to learn most of these lessons. And a lot of us are, like me and you, we've been reincarnated to learn lessons too. But we're also here because we wanted to help other people and show other people that there's more to life than what was about to be happening. And this is exactly what that initiative is right now. Okay? These people have been holding on to their past issues too hard. They've been holding on to possessions and people, and it's almost like we're just here to guide specific souls to their awakening. helping people find their soul, to awaken to that soul and the purpose of what they're actually here for. And it's not going to be everyone. We're not going to save every person, and that's okay. We have to accept that. We have to trust that God knows what He's doing with all the souls. But we have a purpose, we have a mission, and we are here to fulfill it. And that's something I think God is just like, hey, I know sometimes it's really hard to be doing what you're doing, but like the strength might be deteriorating in a sense for what you're trying to do, but God doesn't want you to give up, because this is really a part of your soul's mission. Okay, so a message for this, let's see, we got a double message. Pay attention and playtime. So don't forget that there's still things to have fun with. Life is still here to have fun, still enjoy yourself. Don't get too caught up in the seriousness of this illusion that people are living in. Notice perpetuous signs in your inner guidance as you can yield valuable information, as well as also helping other people notice these things too. With the playtime, the dolphins know the importance of playing, as joy creates miracles and manifestations. So the more you're able to play, the more your prayers and love and energy of giving into the world is going to amplify. Okay? So a few messages for Pisces. Infatuated with the galaxy, stars, Milky Way, sun, planets, etc. Of course you guys are. Someone is also watching tarot readings on your sign, Pisces. You have a cross watching soon. Could be for a good thing, could be for a bad thing for some, okay? I am focused on my own problems, never mind yours. And that could be what you're saying in replying to this person that's watching tarot readings on your sign. Like, I'm not even worried about this person watching me. I'm more worried about the world around me, okay? So you're more focused on your own problems of wanting to focus on your soul mission. And it's not just your own problems, these are the problems of the world, that you've made your own problems so that you can also help see a difference in the world. That's the feeling I'm getting there. And then you have "You're my one, I feel it in my gut." So it could be a relationship situation. You just feel it in your gut, you're with the right person, they feel it in their gut that they're with the right person. And if anything, I kind of also feel like it's your soul saying, like, I know you are the one, I chose the right one, I chose the right vehicle, the right body to be in. And that's just more or less like your soul feels it in its own sense. Like, I know I chose the right vehicle. You are the right person to fulfill this mission. That's what I feel. And I hope you guys enjoyed this reading, and I hope it helped in any way it could. I really do. You guys are doing what you need to be doing, and that's something God really wanted you to know. Don't give up. Okay? Have a beautiful rest of your day.